Looks like I still have a match left. Ugh, rough night. Looks like I still have a match left. Oops. Thought I muted that. It started. Yep. So yesterday wasn't too hot. I don't know if you guys were following, but it was a pretty rough time. But that's okay. Um, yep, here I am. So basically, the objective of today would be to make less mistakes. I think yesterday was like really awful in the sense that like I sequenced a ton of things wrong, and that cost me too many games. And so I don't think I don't know. I guess it's good that I recognize them. Other games, my brainstorms would give me like 3 lands or something, sometimes even 4. That's how bad the brainstorms were. Um, but okay, Mr. Money, Monet. Hmm. Okay, interesting. So I basically have what I need over here. I got protection. I've got brainstorm and burning wish. I apologize if I keep coughing. I've got like really bad allergies. In looking at this hand, we're probably setting up like a brainstorm pile. And with the mana we have available, it looks like we just need 1 black. And if we draw a Dark Ritual, actually that's really good for us because we could cast Duress on the same turn. For this list, yes. I'm probably going to change that going forth because, I don't know, I need to feel out the metagame first. Having Emrakul and Shelldock was for decks like Checkpile. So I found the land. I could, in theory, like nab it and just go for like a pretty slow kill, but I don't think I want to do that. Drew a diamond anyway. I don't think that's the worst. Basically, we're in a position where, yeah, we're just looking for black mana, so maybe keeping that swamp was okay, but we're just gonna let it fly, see what we draw. Overall, the hand is like pretty diverse, which is good for Doomsday. Oh, that's not good for Doomsday. Yeah, sure. Therapy. Oh, him. Great. What's the damage? Maybe keeping that diamond was like what I needed to do. Yeah, this is one of those like God hand starts, like turn 1 Deathrite, Wasteland him. Pretty strong, I guess. Not to mention the jig is up. If he tries to cast Leovold here and has days up, that'd be so bad. Pretty sweet. Looking at my avatar, I'm not. I'm not on Salvation, but I'm a big fan of Corona. Not the beer, just the avatar. I started playing around that time. I tried reading the books. My comprehension level wasn't good enough, so I should just go back and like check it out. I'm a little shocked he was willing to like not have a mana open just to get a point of damage in. So after this match, I want to get into like card discussion. So I'm glad you guys are here. Still only 3 cards. Is he for real? Okay, he was either bluffing Stifle or something. Probably. Just for the interest of mana. Had I known I was getting another cantrip, I could have like tucked everything and then set up a Burning Wish and made goblins. But it's kind of bad how like that's like the go-to. Now that top isn't a thing. Like if we had top available and this kind of hand, it's a win. Barring, counter magic and everything. But that's just how much of a difference it makes. So maybe I should start exploring with stuff like Conjurer's Bauble. I mean, I was like knocking on it last night. Will you be at Eternal Weekend? No, I will. I'm thinking about it, but I'm probably not gonna be there. Yeah, I mean, double cures are just like, it's kind of annoying because then I lose the focus. As weird as it is. Oh my god. It's like one too many brainstorms, maybe? Oh yeah. Thanks for the follow. Like, replacing an LED, I kind of wanted to go into like a... Yeah, I don't know if Warrens is fast enough. Truth. He's got a lot of lands. So I could probably try to kill him if he has... if he plays one spell. Or I could just go for it, I guess. Oh no, I totally messed up. Dang it! I'm not dead. I'm dead. Dang it. I messed up already. By doing this, I've tied down my mana. I can't do this properly anymore. But I guess I had to, you know? I guess I was supposed to tuck the Burning Wish. Because I'm dead in the next turn. Yeah, the problem is if I Rain of Filth and he counters it, then like I'm just even more dead in the water. Oops. Oh. Really? No, but I can't win from here. I only have 4 Storm. Well, I'm dead. Because he has a Tarmogoyf. That man is in the main. Okay, I'm dead. How so? I didn't see it. If I Burning Wish for Tendrils, that's only a storm of 7. It was correct Arena Filth first. Especially since you let it resolve. Next leveled myself. I guess I was just supposed to cast Rain of Filth and not worry about him countering anything, which is weird. Sheldock is a thing against the non-wasteland control decks. First spell was a duress. Yes. No, first spell was a draw spell of some kind. I think I brainstormed. Because that was when I wanted to decide on between like what I should have done was I should have kept both discard spells and put Burning Wish on top. That way I would have 5 Storm, Cabal's Therapy makes 6, Preordain makes 7, Burning Wish, Tendrils would have been 10. So I just kept the wrong cards in my hand. I anticipated the wrong thing. Marcus, was there like a better sequence for that? Oh, what am I missing? 3 Ponder. Left. Oh, he did keep 6. Oh, I see. No. He drains me. He'll just like drain me over a course of turns, I think. My sequencing was wrong again. That was it. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Interesting. Okay, he just wants to put a threat down, I guess. That's absurd. I'll talk about. There was a line that I should have done that would have actually won the game, considering what all he did. Like I said, if I had kept Cabal Therapy and tucked the Burning Wish, that way I could Sakalanta Therapy, which would add Sakalanta Therapy, cast it, name days. Preordain, hold priority, make 3 red, Burning Wish tendrils, and that would have been exact, both in mana and life. I'm also playing chess with my brother. I made a big mistake earlier. No shuffle, huh? No flip either. These duresses are losing value quickly. Uncastable Blade. That's a really good draw. Jesus. Huh. If I top deck Doomsday, that's actually really good. Do it. Damn it. There it is. Jesus, that's not fair. Alright, I need to get tickets. Hold on. What? What's up? Huh. Tendrils for 2. Weird. I can't find my trade finder. I guess I'm ticks, yo. Oh, don't do that. Oh, Magic Online. Dang it. Cool. Thanks for watching. Hope it wasn't too abysmal. There it is. But yeah, I'll try to play better, basically. That's awful. Why are chests so cheap right now? Not in the good way. Alright. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Cool. Okay, now that I could play. Let's see, we have 9 people? Alright. So, I want to talk about the deck. Right now. Come on, Moda. Alright. So, that match, like, I just didn't play well enough round 1. I messed that up wholeheartedly. Just didn't do anything. Hey, what's up, man? It's been a while. We're not doing too hot here, but hopefully, like, we're here to get it back. So the weird cards I'm looking at right now, weird in quotations, I guess, Lake of the Dead, and still have Rain of Filth in the deck. I was thinking to myself, I had way too many lands. Like, I just either got, I feel like I got flooded out. I don't know, again, I don't know if it's variance, or if I just actually played too many lands for a Storm deck. The difference between this and, like, Ant is that, like, one ritual turns into, like, a Cabal ritual, and you got, like, a whole ton of other stuff going on. So, let's see here. I want Mentor back. I miss Mentor. 16 lands total, 5 are swamps, 5 are fetches. 15 total, yeah. Lake makes 16. Yeah. That's basically what you said you were doing. I wonder if I have too many duresses. Like, the bad feeling would be, like, to sideboard into this card and just have it wastelanded from the get-go, and just have your mentors be uncastable for the rest of the game. I don't, like, this reanimate's fine. I mean, well, not fine, just, I don't think I want it. It just takes up too much valuable space. The defense grids are basically acting on, like, it's a less proactive version of Mentor. I miss this card. By that logic, I could just replace this Lake of the Dead with a Tundra. Hmm. 16 cards. Tundra would be better. I liked Rain of Filth. It was cool, but let's see, how many lands here? 16 lands. Yeah, I mean, the problem becomes, oh, I guess now I care less about finding the bad lands. Ideally, I would be playing Tarns, but I don't have Tarns online. Which is why I'm doing this. It's really stupid. But 16 cards in the sideboard. Is Echoing Truth really that important? Or is this really, like, these are, like, the 5 cards to the right are probably on the cutting block. Like, I need everything else if I'm to run with Mentor. And if so, should I play 4? You know, just run the entire package. So, I would like some game against Ant, just because I saw a good number of that deck. I wonder if I could sideboard Silences or something janky. But even still, that sounds like super mediocre. Okay, I feel like Mentor and Emrakul kind of compete for the same slot. Those are doing the same thing. Echoing Truth, because we're respecting, like, permanent based hate. Echoing Truth is actually really good with Mentor. Now I actually only have 59 cards in the main deck. What could I do? One land missing. But that's what I was wondering. I feel like I was playing like way too many lands. Disenchant's interesting. We could play Wear Tear. We could totally play Wear Tear. I don't know what matchup it'd be good for. I don't know if having all these bounce spells is good enough. Extirpate was around like the counterbalance days. I really actually want surgical, but I don't have surgical. Let's see. EE for sure with White Splash. Do you think I can main deck it? Or is that too cheesy? I think this card is redundant. I don't know. Like I've been impressed with like Void Snare and stuff. Void Snare barely gets like searched for. There's some times where it's relevant. Do I cut it? But still, I don't really have a good plan against Ant. Am I playing Silence again? That card is haunting me. Silence is just like really bad value sometimes. Maybe I could play like 2 silences. Like, I just want an excuse to play white, and that shouldn't be the excuse. It's awful. Chromatic Sphere is hecka boring. I mean, I guess, like, I'm trying to make room in the sideboard. And my Ant game is already pretty poor. It's especially poor now that, like, I don't play silences in the main deck. Or anywhere, for that matter. So, like, in game 2, they get to bring in, like, surgical and stuff like that. I'm still kind of not doing much. Like, Nodes kind of does, like, Engineered Explosive does what Nodes does. Except it's a little more proactive. I was pretty impressed with it when I played at the GP. Is it? Alright. Buys you a lot of time, I guess. But, like, what matchup would you want Nodes that you don't want other things in? That's true. Against Ant, we were, like, definitely the control deck, but at the same time, that was a lot easier with top. Now, just imagine, like, having top, like, you could grind out so much value, and then, like, in addition to that, if the deck played top and white, then you could just, like, float a silence, and they can never win. Fair. Interesting. I wonder if even it's almost even right to just play Mentor instead of Doomsday and play the attrition game. Meddling Mage, that's cute. Basically, I want to find one more sideboard slot. Or one. I need one more card in the main deck. I hate to just be like, sure, I'll play a Petal and call it a day. Maybe the fourth Burning Wish, but I just cut a red source. Oh, this is awful. That's a lot of wishes. Granted, we have a lot of wish targets. By force. No Conjurer's Bauble. No Conjurer's Bauble. Like, even in playing Sphere, it didn't feel right. But who knows? It might just actually be really sick. Flusterstorm would be nice, but I don't have that online. Just stupid. It's a really stupid excuse, especially for a streamer, but I don't know if Flusterstorm is where we want to be anyway. I really don't want to be like justifying my card choices out of budget, but I actually don't know. I'm not sure if it's like the right thing to do. Well, now that we're not playing Lake of the Dead, I think this Badlands could be back to which means these Myers could be strands. Ill-Gotten Gains isn't great. It's like just another dimension to the deck, but that's not what we need right now. As far as complexity goes, the deck is already chock full with it. Like, we don't need to add other layers, I think. We need to focus on adding, like, answers to the metagame. Added a fourth wish. I kind of want to try a fourth Petal. Just to kind of like way increase the speed. But I don't know if that is actually beneficial. Like, what else is Silence good against? Other than Ant? They're like weird Snapcaster decks, I guess. Like Snapcaster in response Silence. Silencing Glimpse. But that's already, like, that matchup's already so good anyway. But yeah, definitely. Silencing Glimpse is very cool. Yeah, I don't know. Do I want... Okay, basically, I could cut a Burning Wish and a Duress for 2 silences, or just leave it as is. That is kind of what I'm choosing between right now. -1 Petal, IU, Conjurer's Bauble. That's interesting. See, I don't want to flood the deck with, like, dead stuff. The thing that Ant has over this deck, among many other factors, is that, like, their business spells in hand actually do things. Like, whereas we have 2 dead cards, Act on Impulse and Laboratory Maniac, where when we draw them, like, their usage compared to those types of cards in Ant differ widely. You know, you could ritual out and then like Past in Flames, but when you ritual out and like Act One Impulse, it's not nearly as strong. Ritual out Maniac, you know, like Maniac gives use for Cabal Therapy, but is that its real purpose? Like, and like no, there's no way. If I continue to see all the ant decks, I think silence is justifiable. Hmm. I don't know. CT. Cabal Therapy. I don't know. I see. I'm just gonna give this a shot, I guess. 15, 60, Scrubland, Tundra. So what I plan to do is I kept the fetch land so I could probe the next turn, draw the ponder and then ponder, and hopefully do something from there. Because the ponder guarantees that I get to see 3 fresh cards. I don't know why you didn't duress. I understand why you didn't duress. He's doing something. Yep, that's kind of what I was going for, Twitch Chat Genius. But if he finds Passion Flames here, I think I'm dead. Yeah, I think I'm dead. Do, 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 do. I see. Yeah, I played pretty conservatively, I guess. Fair point. Hell no. Not like it matters. So. Oh my god. Is he for real? Unless... Rite of Flame, maybe? He thinks he could kill me. Target opponent. That's a lot of cards. Tight. So it looks like he has a 2-2 beater, and I've got hella therapies. Okie dokie. Looking good. This is actually kind of funny. That was pretty funny. Alright. I was like, there's no way he's getting Telemin Performance. He got Telemin Performance. Get in there. I'm getting beat by my own maniac. Oh my god, I don't have red sources left. This is pretty great. Yeah, I have one pedal. Alrighty. That was really funny. Oh, this hand is so close. Oh, thanks. Thanks for coming by. doing shit now? Shit. Slow down. We don't like people like you. Slow down. Homie. He's trying to win. Which would be fine, because I have Burning Wish. Which means Massacre. Therapy's fine too. This hand is, like, fairly... What? I don't understand. I really want to respond with, well, that's awkward. But he's probably way offline right now. Alright, good start. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. He was scared of the rain of filth. Dude forgot an umbrella. That was interesting. That was really weird. Was his hands... Did he... Maybe he just drew, like, lands. Maybe he cut all his spells. And his sideboard is 15 Arabian Night Mountains. He just didn't want to show them to me. If I drew... No, like, that wasn't even a turn 1. Because it's a Rain of Filth, not a Dark Ritual. Had I drawn, like, a petal, oh yeah, he was dead. I mean, okay, it had to have been a petal, and the ritual had to have been an actual factual ritual. Even with empty, I had, like, yeah, I had options for sure. Like, I had Massacre on the horizon. It's always funny when Tess, like, blows their load first. And you're right, like, sometimes you just don't die. The hand was good enough to sustain, like, that kind of stuff. Yesterday was not as lucky. Yesterday, like, Tess opponents just had the stuff. Not the most exciting game of Magic I've played, but I'll take it. So again, like, that matchup feels super weak. I'm always on the back foot. Speaking of being on the back foot, I'm playing a game of chess. And I haven't decided on my moves. Yes, it is. It's a very good start. I need to take anything I can get. You do? Interesting. Yeah, the Storm matchup has always been scary for me. I'm under that impression too. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Hey, what's up? Looks like most people are, like, out and about. It's pretty cool. Can't do that. Sucks. Tea break? Dude, tea break sounds really good. Yeah, it's been a while. I had to take a break from the game. Game is all too stressful, and as I'm playing, I'm like remembering that I've been making all too many mistakes. But that Telemann performance underperformed. What else I got going on? I'm gonna show you guys. So yeah, so far, the Storm matchup feels like it's okay, but the fact that you don't bring anything in the matchup just feels kind of dumb. But I guess that's just, they don't really do that either, unless if they're on some like grinding station version of Ant. It's such an interesting. Yeah, I really don't know. Like, I wish I was a traditional Ant player, so I kind of had that kind of experience. Is there a deck list? Yeah, sorry. Let me see here. This would be it, I guess. Oh, here it is. Give me my window. Okay. So I'm playing Act in the sideboard and in the main. This is like a B hand. That's a lot of lands. Not all of them are on color, but it's good to have a basic. Access to both basics, rather. This petal could get me red, if need be. And so the diamond also ensures that, hey, what's up? I guess I'll keep this. Probably keep Dude Brainstorm. Okay. Potentially another Ant player. And if so, this delta is probably... In a perfect world, it would get Badlands, but Badlands in the deck isn't the best. Okay, we open with Therapy. I think we have to just, like... Now, I've seen people daze this play. It's unbelievable. I'm not sure if it's right or not. So I could get rid of his Anglers and then just... Or just not care about the Anglers, get the Force, and try to win soon. Or get a Duress. Daze, Force, Probe, Angler. If I take his Probe, yeah, it will eat a Daze. If I like play Petal out, I wonder if that's worth it. So I could Duress his Probe. I wouldn't play them both at once. I think I want to hold off on the Therapy on the turn and go off. So I think I want to take his Probe right now so that like information's like asymmetrical. Oh no, undo, play the Petal first. Play the pedal into the days, grab the force. Yeah. In addition to, like, okay, for Probe, in addition to him getting information on my hand, he also gets another card that I don't know about. And I'd rather not do that in this stage of the game. You know? Okay. That's really fucking unfortunate. He straight up drew into that. How absurd is that? Tight. Man, did y'all see that? He probed into a therapy. I am pretty mad about that. I wish I could daze this shit. Oh, there it is. This guy is drawing like a god. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't really want to play any spells because I don't want to run the risk of like him activating like therapy again. I should have played the diamond, Jesus Christ. Damn it. Okay, he's actually playing Angler right now. Oh, shit. What? Oh my god, that's really good. Yeah, I guess so. He drew insane, just like back to back to back. All sorts of good stuff. That was insane. No, Lotus Petal's too insane with Mentor. I should cut some Doomsdays, really. Oh, good. He's one of those. Huh. Well, thanks. Alright, see you in a bit. Cool. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to. I hear the chimes, so I appreciate you guys joining in. I'm just kind of. Should I bounce his tokens? Not yet. I need to remember to fetch. That's fine. It's one of the most brain dead decks I've ever played against. And it's really frustrating. I knew it! I knew I'd draw land! Why? That's so frustrating. If he flips, I'm done. No, he fetched. He revealed the days and then he fetched. That's also like the worst draw I could probably have gotten. If that were a mentor, maybe a little better. Yeah, there's no way. Whatever. Fucking. Oh, I should have like Burning Wish for something just to check his hand. No, because I fetch. I fetch. I go down to 1. When I cast Doomsday, I die. You're right. There is a winning line, but that's barring like any counter magic. The fact that he fetched away at days, his hand was probably stocked anyway. I hate Grixis Delver. Unless if there's something. Oh, all right. We're playing against Ant again. I see. Fair. He kept a 7. Whatever. Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm glad you're here, Doishi. You're here to tie up all the loose ends. Really? He didn't draw land. Chooses not to shuffle, though. So picky is when it's I guess like picking. I don't know. I forgot where you're from. Art covers me, but yeah. Oh no, he could actually Telemann performance me this game because I've got my Maniac in my hand. I don't know why he kept that hand, you know. So when you pick things, you're like making decisions. When you're picky, you make too many you like oh yeah. It's like you're fixated on picking things all the time. And so like the more like you may have a lot of options, but you may not choose them all. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good way of describing. Jesus, this is driving me insane. I'm so mad. I'm so glad he has a slow hand. pause the game. Well, looks like we're going for Labman Beats. Wish for Bifrost? Oh my god, that's too deep. That's ingenious though. Holy crap. That's a good call. I don't know if it's worth it. If he bricks on this brainstorm, easy play. That is hype. If it were Meltdown, that would have been even better. Oh, he found the land. He has Empty the Warrens and LED. I'm gonna just play it slow. If he plays out the LED, this Bifrost would be way more hilarious. Yeah, I think so too. I could Burning Wish for my stuff and threaten to kill. Burning Wish for Cabal Therapy is also valid. Bifrost is just hilarious though. You guys want me to Bifrost? Oh, Bifrost is the funnier play, okay. Could I make it past the turn pile? I don't know. No, because I would be left with 2 lands. Oh shit. Is he gonna bolt my thing? Okay. He's threatening bolt there. Oh my god, he's so many lands. I really want him to play out his LED. That would just be so good. Whoa. When did he get that? It's brainstorm, I guess. What does he even get? Storm is 3? Maybe he's just making goblins. Yeah, he didn't crack anything. Yeah, take the priority. He didn't crack his Lion's Eye Diamond. This game is over. I don't know if this guy knows what he's doing. Lost in Flames. Yeah, By4 seems like a sweet play. Oh my god. Oh, this is... Oh, I guess. Ooh. 5-turn clock. If he Telemann performances, I still win! Cause I have Maniac out, yo! Yeah. I dare him to Telemann performance me. I hope I don't lose to some weird ass line of play though. Oh damn, he paid life. I think he misclicked. Okay, I really need to like a duress. Or actually, yeah, Burning Wish would do the job. That's pretty good. Oh my god. No. Oh yeah. I know. Bye. Oh, shit. Oh. Alright. I mean, Tess is fine. Yeah, seriously. Good games. Still gotta clean it up, but... Oh yeah, I should have cited that in. Gets goblins and chromoxes. How is Doomsday better than Tess? There's no way. That's a lot of lands. I'm kind of afraid. But I got Burning Wish, which is like nice utility. Tight. Sweet. Thanks for the follow. You didn't take my Burning Wish. I guess that's cool. Surgical. Alright. Burning that Surgical for one extra card. So do I name anything with therapy here? I think so too. That was a really aggressive extraction. I don't know why I didn't just like take my Burning Wish and like extract that. That blows my mind. Do we do anything here? I don't think so. Oh shit. Alright, maybe I should listen to you guys. He's tilted. I think so too. Oh no. Maybe he's got me this time. Past in Flames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't do anything. He's getting goblins. Yeah, I think so too. He can get on ad nauseum. He could get that petition. Yeah, that's the game plan now. If he gets Dark Petition into goblins, I might not have enough time. So we'll see. Oh, he could have Telemann performanced, but he didn't. Because he knew. He knows this game. Yeah, Dark Petition into something. Yeah. 12 goblins. I don't know if I have enough time. I need to find like a ritual. Yeah, Pyroclasm. I've thought about before. Dude, EE on 0, man, I'm telling you. It's gonna be MVP in this matchup. What? Tendrils. Sweet. Thanks for the follow. Did he stop? Okay. I haven't been counting. Is he doing anything with this? Yo, buy force. One more time. Oh my god. What is he doing? Oh, he definitely has. He has 12 storm. Okay, so he has no cards in hand. But I'm dead, so it doesn't matter. Unless if he does Telemann performance again. Oh, that would have been so good. Dang. Uh-huh. Hmm. Or I could turn one past the turn pile. You know? Unless if he has surgical, which would be a little pesky. Yeah, if he has a surgical, that's no good. Chooses not to shuffle. Maybe it's because he found something? Okay. I guess that's fine. I don't mind that. Oh, it isn't let me use blue man. What the heck? Easy. Man. He lost Maniac like 3 times. Poor dude. Yeah, that game was golden. I don't think I've done that in a long time. I'm pretty thrilled. So for our tests versus the other one. Now this whole discussion on like Tess versus Ant versus Doomsday, I think is really interesting because even in watching Tagores, we're talking like a GP champion, like pick up the deck. Like he's got a lot of inherent skills. Yeah. Because if I let him duress there, then he just like takes my Doomsday and I have no biz. That's a really bad feeling. I'd rather make him have it. It's very much so like the forcible mentality. Like I'm on the play. I get to do like busted stuff. Yeah, this has got to be a show and tell kind of thing. Well, this is awkward. It's all right, but he still has like force, so I think I have to shuffle this away. That's not any better. That always happens. Alright, he's not holding a brainstorm. That seems okay. Oh my dear goodness. How do I have so many goddamn lands? If I draw a Dark Ritual, we're actually okay. Shuffle? Oh shit. Yeah, a few whiffs, we might be okay. Here it is. Oh shoot! Oh, I submitted. I don't think I wanted anything anyway. Wait, no, he attacks. I lose all my stuff. I go to 1 life. I can't do anything at 1 life. I was at 16. Emerald Cold brings me down to 1. So I'm dead. No, it's okay. These are good. Oh, don't be like that. Whoa! Quit it! What is he doing? And that was I supposed to discard some more? Okay. I guess he does. That sucks. My bad, guys. Oh, I shouldn't even put the land in play. That's how bad that was. Boring. Yeah, I shouldn't have. Either way, I don't know if it matters much. Super lame. Isn't that exciting? Yeah. Something sweet. It's like moderately sweet. What is going on? Why do people not like duress that much? That's fine. Thank you. Doesn't mean I'm winning all the time, but... Whoa! Look at that. Balance Bayou, Delta, C, walk. Taking the brainstorm. Hey? Yeah, that's fine. I was thinking about preordaining there, but I think it's okay. Interesting how you choose to ponder here. No, this is probably check pile. Main deck. Check pile is like that 4-color control deck. Yeesh. Get out. I should have brainstormed in response. What the heck? Am I stupid? Yeah, I should have brainstormed. That was really goofy, silly, dumb. Alright. Great. I'm not drawing lands. Because I didn't brainstorm. Man, that was a turn off. Turn off, land off, whatever. I don't want want to do this anymore. I mean, that's kind of the same as probe, I assume. I don't think I'm winning this match. Weevold's like mighty annoying. Well, that was a silly goof. Should have brainstormed. I was too wrapped up over my like pile, or like brainstorm pile, that I was like, oh yeah, keep the brainstorm. Also unfortunate that like Maniac was there. If it was like a land or some other spell, we probably would have been fine. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. There's no way we're coming back. Burning Wish isn't great in this matchup, really. Sure does. I don't understand this conversation about Edge of Autumn. I don't. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing. I wonder what he's thinking about. Maybe he's going to the bathroom. Nope. I would like to play first. Pretty good. I think I want to keep the probes for when the mentors come around. But let's just lead with Ponder. Oh, weird. Found the white source, but there's nothing really good coming up. Every time I shuffle a Ponder, I draw a land. That's fine. That's true. Yeah, Burning Wish is pretty weak. Well, I don't know. Maybe the Warren's plan is like viable. Sure. Boo. What is this noise? I can't even cast this act. If we shuffle, what are we trying to draw into? Wow, this sucks. Mentor's not very good against tuning. Yeah, I don't think I'm not gonna be able to find one in time. Unless if I probe again. You know? Do I need this ritual? This is super awkward. I don't need this anymore, that's for sure. I can't cast Act because I want to get to Mentor. Is he really playing it out? Unless if this is Leavold, which would be super annoying. Must mean he drew another blue card. Oh, that's a dark ritual. Did I put that on the bottom? Damn. I thought I kept that. Damn it. Yeah, you're right. I need to start putting pressure on him. If I do that one as well. Sweet. Tienin, true name survives any aspect of combat. Spell. No! Stop it! Oh. Oh, really? Oh, shit. I'm so bad at this game. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not used to attacking with creatures. Oh, he didn't drain me. Ah, Jesus Christ. I should have won this game. I'm so bad at this. He goes to 2. Wait, yes, he goes to 2. Sweet. Alright, we have a chance. Alright, so what are we fixing for our sideboard? Oh, right, the Cabal Therapy. We want that. But now that he sees Mentor, should I switch back to Doomsday? Like, serious question. So we just switched to Doomsday, right? He must think we're some weird, like, weird blade deck. I mean, although he's seen the rituals, so he's gotta assume that something's up. Alright, I trust you guys. Oh, that means I probably want this one, right? No, still on Cabal Therapy? Keeps a 6. Strix? Maybe? He thinks Strix is good against Mentor. Wait till he doesn't see the Mentor. I hope it's a Strix. Oh no, what's this? Okay. Okay, it's just a Strix. Sorry, guys. No, I fetched. I sequenced that wrong, but I think having the land is fine. You found the delta. That's really bad. Oh my god, please. It's gonna Snapcaster Brainstorm. That's actually good for us. I took Maniac is out right now. I don't know if that was right. I don't know if that. I mean, I guess I could have cited out the Scrubland and put in the Maniac. But then the Maniac would be in our hand. Which means we'd have a pass the turn or a Brainstorm pile. Too bad. Too bad I'm not good at this game. It's pretty good. Damn it. Ugh. Yeah, right. Oh, well, weird. Oh my god. Things got a little better? Unless if he finds Leopold. Which is a one of. Yeah, I like that line. Yeah, baby. Cool. Good call, guys. Good call on the Doomsday Switch. Woo! Alright, we did better this time around. The feeling is coming back. Alright, to be honest, I'm pretty much wrapped up for the day. If there's anything you guys want to discuss, like, you could, I guess I'll just start using, like, social media or whatever. Like, my Twitter should be somewhere here. Just, like, message me. I'm always down to, like, talk about stuff. Within reason. Like, I don't want to talk about, like, something too far out there. Like, so the show and tell was a loss, and I lost to Delver. Grixis mind, like, brain dead Delver. But, yeah. Beat Storm twice and check pile once. So, overall, I don't know. As far as the matchups I lost, I think they were doable. Yeah, Brutality Delver. It was really cool. So it makes me wonder if there are, like, more flexible cards. What was the cut for the fourth wish? Oh, I'm playing 4 wishes as we speak. No, I'm down 1 land, is what happened. Yeah, if he had Flusterstorm there, I would have been so sad. But we dodged that one, so that's good. How, I like the Mentor package. I kind of missed it in the games that I didn't have it in. So I brought it back because I was playing cards empty plus Pyroclasm. You mean Monastery Mentor? So Monastery Mentor counts as like a weird storm kind of mechanism, I guess. For Doomsday, you're like trying to pile on a ton of spells at once, but as far as Mentor goes, you're basically delaying the pressure as you go. I've noticed. So you're basically doing the same things, stretched over in a period of time. That's probably a good call. Echoing Truth for Pyroclasm. Yeah, no, I got you. Don't worry about it. There's no such thing as a truth, so you can only be talking about Echoing Truth. I'm sorry I'm so bad at keeping up with the overlay. I mean, it comes at, like, a price, I guess. Like, if I'm focusing on this stuff, I don't focus on the game. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good point, Duishi. Like, that's exactly what we want to be doing. Mentor just, like, like, it changes the pace of the game that we're trying to play. Yeah, I actually was running the reanimates, but unless if the meta is, like, super heavy in that kind of deck, I don't think it's necessary. So I'm not playing it. I think for storm builds, other Burning Wish builds that have a lot of space in the sideboard, I think it's fine. I think like test-based decks, I get the impression that they play, like, they depend on the board a lot more. But I don't know. Reanimate so far hasn't, like, knock on wood, I haven't seen it in a long time, but it hasn't been a huge player in the metagame, so I'm just gonna kind of ignore it. Yes, Monastery Mentor is great against Death and Taxes. So even if you're playing a spell a turn, either through Thalia or Canonist, you still... you still get a lot of pressure. Like the value that you get, like cantrips replace themselves and you get a monk. And you get buffs. And just over time, like once you assemble the second mentor, if they have no removal, it's just so bad for them. And then you could set engineered explosives for 2, for 1. Um, Basically, I can't really think of any relevant 3s other than Sanctum Prelate. So, but even still, like you have, like if they name 3 so that engineered explosives doesn't hit him, you massacre it. You know, like not to mention that like Monastery Mentor lives through a massacre. Like Burning Bush Massacre, you even get to keep a token. So, I don't know. I like the angle that Monastery Mentor provides. So, what else? Maybe the third Underground Sea is too much. I may consider playing another fetch land. Or maybe Lake of the Dead even. But all postulations, you know. Not really sure why. Okay, I feel like it should start like some sort of blog where I kind of explain some of the card choices. Yes, Spyforce gets all that noise. Revoker's annoying sometimes. And I guess that's why it's better than Meltdown, because it's not symmetrical. Sometimes you... Oh, okay. See, I need other opinions, like, so, because sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, like, I'll play this card. But, like, for those who have, like, a clear perspective on, like, Lake of the Dead or some other card, I think that's, like, providing that insight is super valuable. Maybe a forum post in the database? Maybe. I don't know. I just kind of want to discuss cards and, like, have it accessible to everybody. And just have people, like, read why I'm playing Act on Impulse, read why I'm playing this over that and not this, you know, like, there's, because the deck is so, like, open, it's not very, like, solved. You have people playing, like, Chromatic Spheres, Conjure Baubles, Lake of the Deads, variable amounts of wishes, and so, like, I'm not saying any of that's wrong, but it's just so hard to, like, the sample size that we had to draw from. Oh, for sure, man. Like, you had so many lands game too. Um, and I guess that was when, like, the mentor plan kind of, like, started shining. Um, Actually, I took the mentor plan out for game 3 because I wasn't sure if you're going to stock up on removal, and I guess on the, like, the final turn, like, sure enough, you're holding, like, a Diabolic Edict and a Fatal Push. Yeah, yeah. I think I tried taking advantage of that, which is why I scooped game 1. As soon as the label dropped and I realized I had no, like, reasonable outs, not to mention I was, like, short on lands. Like, had I been, like, 1 land up and, like, kind of figured a way around the Flusterstorm, I might have been okay. But, like, you like, even, like, games 1 and 2, you had a, like, you were holding a lot of lands. Yeah. Um, yeah, like, Doishi was telling me, like, oh, you should be attacking here, you should be doing that. I was, like, too afraid to lose my mentors, I think. But in the long run, it seems like it was just better off that, you know. But anyway, yeah, like, I guess at first glance, when you look at it, you're just like, okay, Esper, and then, like, you see mentors, and you maybe assume that it's some sort of control build. But, like, it's actually got, like, a Storm Shell around it, so, um, what else do I want to talk about? Not gonna see anything weird, right? Okay, not like my personal info. Let's minimize this a little bit. So, were you able to Snapcaster first turn when Mentor was able to attack? I don't think the Snapcaster came until later. Like, I could only assume that the Snapcaster came down as soon as it could, but I'm not sure. But, anyway, because someone asked, I'm playing Act on Impulse on the side, because, let me see if so I'm going to start writing piles out on the bottom right corner, I'm sorry. So if you have stuff like, I see, like, this is the reason why I want to write it down. It's because I discussed this yesterday, and it's like, okay, I'm going over it again. And sure, like, there's value in, like, relearning and, like, explaining things, but if I have Dark Ritual, Doomsday, that leaves me with, like, I wish there was, like, a better notation, or, like, a system that we have where I can, like, change, like, mark the changes or whatever. There are no good blocks for me throughout. Yeah, when I was holding 2 cards, that was a bluff. Like, I actually didn't have another spell. And like, as soon as you thought seized, I'm sure you saw that. So, I guess it was a relief that, like, your Deathrite Shaman didn't stop another token, which is good for me. But, yeah, I think the Thoughtseize was just, like, you wanted to see my deck. That's fair, yeah. There are times where, like, I know I'm dead, and I'll just try to Burning Wish for something. Like, Burning Wish for a therapy named, like, Black Lotus, just to see what they're on. Yeah. Like, I saw True Name... Like, as soon as I saw True Name in that matchup, I was like, oh my god, like, I don't know how... Like, if Mentor could get through, and if so, if it can, like, how I'm going to go about doing that. Because I was already so low on cards, and I kind of had to depend on, like, not drawing anything. You cited out pushes game 2. Yeah, and sure enough, like, we saw game 3, and yeah, it's not very good against, like, Storm Mechanic. Anyway, as I was talking about, Act on Impulse, so, yeah, you thought of Show and Tell? Interesting. I could see that, because I was preordating with Volcanics. And then I guess there are black builds as well. Black builds that play like discard. I've seen that. I think it's like a Japanese list from like way long ago. So you have 5 black, and then when you cast Doomsday, you go down to 2. Let's see. Anyway, what am I trying to demonstrate? Like, you could act on Impulse. Like, okay, Doomsday and then cast Act on Impulse. So the mana requirement is 5 black and red. Let's just, like, give this UB Show as Legacy Elite. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, so, like, assuming this is your mana, and you have Doomsday and Act on Impulse. You Doomsday, and you stack, I've done this, like, before. Let me see. Okay, I lie. So I need, like, something like this. And then, let's see, Act on Impulse. No. What am I doing? I have Act on Impulse in the pile. So this is what happens. If you Doomsday stacking these ones and you cast Act on Impulse, what happens is you get Burning Wish, LED, you have 0 mana, and that's 6 mana. You cast Burning Wish, you cast Act on Impulse. There's something. Okay, point is, like, Act on Impulse could draw you cards, draw, so to speak, get you... Yeah, so you Burning Wish into Act on Impulse. So when you get, like, act into the first 3 cards, that's when you just act again, and then you get more stuff. And so if you, like, assuming you have, like, sufficient mana, that sometimes is enough. Whereas if you're, like, doing Infernal Contract, you're gonna draw yourself to death. Yeah. So I think the overarching reason why the deck stopped playing cards like Ideas Inbound and Infernal Contract is because top is gone. Now that top is missing, the Doomsday piles are thinner, so to speak. There aren't that many cards to be working with, and so when you're drawing into cards, like, top used to be the card that got you into the last one, and now that that doesn't exist, not only does it, like, put itself in the pile and give you access to the later one, it's basically like a staggered kind of thing. it's staggered because you're getting through it. Top like gets you there, cast top again, top gets you to the last card, and that's kind of how like the deck functioned while that card was still legal. Now that that's no longer a thing, Act on Impulse, like the exile effects, whether it be Act on Impulse or Three Wishes, um, is better off because you just exile them. It plays around artifact removal. Um, this is where you would advocate the Clouds version. Yeah. So yeah, Doishi here is like working with a blue blacklist where he is utilizing 4 Conjurer's Baubles. And I still have yet to try that. I'm a little afraid to do so. To be honest, like I'm pretty sure I have the deck built. I mean, minus like some cheap cards like Conjurer's Bauble. So it could be worth like a stream, but yeah. I mean, like I said, like that's just all tying into the things we were like discussing earlier. Like, there's so few pilots with the deck, and like in addition to that, like within the small number of pilots, we have even like an even smaller amount, like a sample size. And so compared to decks like Trek Pile and Grixis Delver, those decks are so fleshed out. Like they have the luxury of being able to talk about card choices, like nuanced card choices, which is why we're probably seeing things like collective brutality and things like that. But I don't know. I guess like for this stuff, maybe there's no other choice than to grind and take like losses and just kind of learn from them. So yeah, so like Infernal Contract just seems like it'd be really strong with Conjurer's Bauble because you're at like similar to top, you're adding cards into the library, which makes it so that you don't draw yourself to death basically. Man, it's 3:30 here. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. Like if you guys have any more like things you want to discuss, I guess I'll hang around. But I don't know. Still making mistakes today, but I feel like I'm in a better headspace to be able to play. I don't know how I felt about the 4 Burning Wishes. Like if we really want to talk about like brainstorm piles, any of these cards, to be honest, like one of if I have one of 14 cards, that gives me like a brainstorm pile. And so I think that's pretty strong. That's like that's a fourth of the deck. -1 Lotus Petal. What would we replace it with? I've been kind of digging the 3rd petal. I don't know. Oh, I assume he was talking about game 3. Or no, game 2. It had to have been game 2 because I didn't have any threats really. There's nothing to really race. Because if you cast True Name in your game 3, you lose your Force of Will unless if you drew another blue card. So I think he was referring to game 2. I was at pretty low life at that point. Although that would kind of give me the green light to attacking. I'm really bad at combat math, so I don't know how that would play out. I started playing a little more chess, and I'm hoping that will help out. Just like, but I am losing against my brother right now, which sucks. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the empty the warrens plan is kind of like a it's kind of a trap because that only has value if you're like fast enough, if you're doing it within the first 2 turns. And sure, like it looks attractive when I have like that many burning wishes, but realistically, I don't have the same kind of like mana as Tess does. Yeah, but that's the thing. How many times are we explosive? Like, if we go for it and run the risk of like getting like foed out of the game, it's tricky. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mentor outraces his true name. Just because over time it's kind of like I don't know if it's in like yeah, it's like just like empty the warrens, but it works for this variant. Yeah, I don't know. This is still very close to the GP list. I basically just replaced silences with more duresses and a duress and a burning wish, which is kind of silly to think about. Yo, Leyline, yeah, that card is silly. Unless if they're trying to protect shit in their hand, I really don't care much about that card. Anyway, so like I set this column aside to demonstrate like um, this allows for like if you have Doomsday mana and a Brainstorm, so Dark Ritual Doomsday, if you have black and Brainstorm, like that actually makes it makes the pile like very easy to do. And to add on top of that, if you have like an additional mana, these all of a sudden become outs. Oops, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Let me get back to it. Okay. Really? I don't even know if like I should even play this therapy anymore. I don't know. Maybe Thoughtseize is the right call. Just because there are times where like I need to make sure. Like sometimes I'm either fending off a Leovold or a piece of counter magic, and sometimes I just don't know. So for Thoughtseize might be the pick right now. Especially like if I mentor, I do want to like maximize the number of therapies. I wonder how much Thoughtseize is online. I hope it's not too much. What happened? Yeah, no, that's exactly what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. Not to mention it comes in against like stuff like Death and Taxes. I see. Interesting. Edict is pretty good against Show and Tell. That's cool. Draw 7 in response, sack a creature. Forces them to draw 7 again, and maybe at that point they're already dead. They need at least 15 life to like force a bullet. And considering the pressure that you put on, that's probably. I don't know. Like, Show and Tell's weird. That deck beats me all the time. Their 3 mana spell is a lot more easy. It's a lot easier to navigate than mine. Anyway, I'm probably gonna go for reals now. Okay, one last question. Engineered explosive? Yo, this card has been so flexible. I've been super impressed with it. I was playing against like a Deathblade match. He had Sylvan Library, either Sworn Canonist, Baleful Strix, something just like absurd. And I was on the Mentor plan. I played E for 2, Trigger Prowess, blow him up with LED. You could use LED to activate engineered explosives, guys. It has happened more than once. Because you're emptying your hand anyway. You know, you could just like chain cantrips, ritual into an engineered explosives, blow it up. Like it's pretty strong. Like against it's really good against sphere effects because they're not actually taxing it. Even if they have a total of 3 sphere effects, you could declare X is 0, pay black, black, blue, and still have it set on 2. The only problem is when you're trying to blow up chalices, which is different. And so if they initially lay a chalice on 1 and 0, that's where Echoing Truth comes in. And that's kind of just like a weird, like, did I draw this versus did I draw that? So, yeah, Engineered Explosives gets Delver Secrets, Deathrite Shaman, so if they're on a more aggressive Delver list, it clears up a lot of pressure. Young Pyromancer is actually the problem. What else? You mean Engineered Explosives? What do you mean, like, the 1-for-1? Like, I guess what I'm trying to explain is that it's kind of all encompassing. It catches a lot of things. I even said it on 4 once, and I blew up a Desecration Demon. Sure, like, when do you need to blow up a Desecration Demon? Sometimes the game asks for it and you need it. So, yeah, like, setting on 2 is very strong, especially if they're trying to tax you out. You're just like, well, nope. Like, declare X is 1, pay the 1 extra for your sphere, blow it up the next turn. Yeah, like, not to mention you get to blow it up at instant speed, so if you, like, lay an Engineering Explosives, they can't play Chalice, because you could respond at instant speed. Burn is just a weird matchup. I think it's one of those decks where you just straight up cut Doomsday and you go on the Mentor plan and pray, and you might mini Tendrils for value and then attack them. And yes, you're right. I guess you do have to deal with Eidolon of Great Revel. So, overall, Engineered Explosives has been pretty strong, just because the nature of the deck is a little slower, and so you could afford to play weirder. I mean, like I'm saying as though like these decisions are correct, but as far as like my strategy goes, I think you could wait a few extra turns, and that's kind of like the thorn in the deck side. So yeah, basically. But okay, yeah. Follow me on Twitter, whatever. Hopefully I'll be tweeting every time I like go online. Also, just I guess subscribe. You'll see. I guess notification. I don't do Twitch a lot. I just stream and play games. But I know you watched my stream before. I did. I went to the Grand Prix in Vegas and I just got burnt the heck out of Magic. And I guess Stoichi, I guess I have to thank him for giving me the push to start playing again. So anyway, yeah, good games. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully I'll be back online sooner than later.